here with Scott from 43 Skulls. We're here at the Oddities Expo in the underground in Atlanta. Mike Zone puts this show on. But I wanted to get Scott on camera. I talked to him a lot, you know, through the week on just social media and stuff. And I started buying stuff before I knew any better. And I just bought like a skull here and, you know, some medical stuff here. And then when you start buying that stuff, Facebook's pretty good at marketing to you. Like they show you these groups, and Scott runs, you know, the biggest group on Facebook for sure. And from getting in there, we've just become friends, and like another door opens. Like there's levels to this shit. And as soon as you think you've got the cool stuff, another door opens and boom, you're introduced to other people. So I've never gotten him on film. We've been in the same place a couple times, but I just wanted to kind of just talk for a few minutes. And
sure. Like,
how did this happen? I mean, there's a whole genre for this, and there's 1,000 people in there to buy parts of dead people or
right.
cool dead shit. So.
It wasn't, you know, years ago when I was younger, it was something you hid because people thought you were crazy, you were a murderer, oh, that kid's gonna grow up to kill people. People just didn't accept it. So when I first started doing this stuff, yeah, you hid from everybody. I think a lot of the doors opened up with Mike Zone, who is one of the curators of the Oddities market here, Mike Zone and James Freeman. And I think a lot of it opened up when Mike had his TV show, Obscura, Antiques and Oddities.
Yeah.
Yep, the show Oddities. And people started to see this stuff, and they weren't real accepting at first, but it was a fascination. They loved seeing it, but they didn't want to see it, you know? So I think Mike opened up a lot of doors originally, and then as the years go on, people talk about it a little more openly and a little more openly, and next thing you know, you've got thousands and thousands of people going to these expos. And these guys aren't the only ones that run these expos. There's other, you know, other expos by other names all over the country, and it's good to see from my point of view, because I came from hide it to now I help all these guys promote this as much as I can, because I love the oddities industry. I love, you know, I have the stores my own, and collecting with all these people that you meet, you find some amazing things, and like you said, the doors open and they continue to open, and you're getting more rare things, more unique things, more exotic things, and it really fuels the fire with these people, because the more exotic, the more rare, the more, hey, nobody else has this.
Yeah.
I mean, that's an adrenaline rush to me and a lot of these people, and it's opened up a ton of doors for everybody the last couple of years with these expos. You don't have to hide this stuff no more.
Yeah, like true museum pieces and true sideshow, you know, stuff that those tours, the circuses are gone.
Yep.
So like that real stuff is inside that building.
Yes.
It's just, and to be able to touch that stuff that you saw as a child is just amazing. You're not behind a glass window at the Smithsonian anymore.
It's not everywhere you can find a two-headed animal, or
and I mean, shit, we were in that shop last night, Rainy Day Revival.
Yes.
And he had a bunch of that stuff.
Yeah, Jeremy Gibbs is a real good guy to find these things. I mean, he really goes out there and he finds some. His store to me is a museum without legally being a museum. I mean, he's got just phenomenal items: two-headed calves, five-legged cows. I mean, it's just all kinds of crazy stuff he's got. It's worth going in there, even if you don't want to buy something, to see Jeremy's stuff. Your jaw hits the floor. It's just amazing.
Yeah, everything I wanted to buy, was not for sale. Yeah, that's very cool. So what's the next step for you? Where do you?
You know, I'm not sure, because I've got some things. You know, I've been collecting since I was 11 years old, which is a long time. And recently I've acquired some things that I never thought I would have. So where I'm going with it, I don't know. I mean, there's things in my collections I've gotten just recently that only a museum would have that.
Right.
Yet here I go in my living room, there it sits, you know. So I guess I've gotten everything I've always wanted to get, and I've never really thought what's out there that I can't get. It just keeps falling in my lap.
Right.
You know, dealing with all these people and having fun and communicating and doing business together, promoting each other. Things find you. at that point.
Yeah, especially
awesome.
once you have the name for it.
Right.
And you definitely have the name for that.
Well, thank you.
I mean,
I appreciate that.
I mean, like, you guys know anytime I do a walkthrough on live feed or anything, like that's the guy. Like the highest end stuff has come from him or because of somebody I met from Scott here. So it's super cool to just be in the same place with him for a little bit. Where would they find you?
They find me on Facebook and Instagram at 43 Skulls.
Awesome.
So
awesome. Well, man,
sometimes I don't post a lot because I'm busy doing this stuff, but once in a while I get a lot of stuff on there. So.
And there's some closed groups, and if you guys have interest, you'll find those. You kind of have to stumble on them or get asked into them from other people, just like our closed groups. And you can't just go and get in there. You have to earn your way in, kind of. So if you want in, you'll find it, and it'll be worth it once you get there. Thank you, man.
Awesome. Good
Thanks.
talking to you.